Hello, it's the day after Thanksgiving, and we are beginning to make a mess in the kitchen. David is going to make some minestrone soup. So over here, I have half a pound of sausage, or 3 links that I have taken the casing off of, and that will go into the soup. And while that's being done, we have in the oven a very inexpensive Butterball turkey. It was on sale for 49 cents a pound, so we're going to have extra turkey. We went to Mom's yesterday and we ate up the leftover, so now we'll have some extra. These are some of the things we're going to need: red kidney beans, plum peeled tomatoes, the ditalini, and there's going to be, I think, carrots, celery,
I need 3 stalks.
and 3 stalks of celery,
3 carrots,
3 carrots,
and 2 potatoes.
2 taters.
I was going to use turnips in here, but we didn't get turnips.
We didn't get turnips.
I'm going to need a half an onion.
Half an onion.
And half of a cabbage.
Okay.
And I got to make my my chicken broth. Okay, but the only thing I have, I don't have chicken broth, so I was going to use what I usually make.
That Goya stuff.
And I got enough in there. I think it can make. I think it can make 8 cups, and which would be enough.
Okay.
Because that combined with the plum, because it's supposed to be more or less a tomato.
The recipe on the that he found on YouTube, it actually looks more like a stew than a soup. Well, so here's the veggies that we need. We have 3 carrots, 3 celery stalks. It called for half an onion, but this is like a baby, so the whole thing is going in. Also half a head of cabbage and 2 potatoes. So here are the vegetables cut up so far. We have the 2 potatoes, the onion, the 3 stalks of celery and 3 carrots, and now he is working on the half a head of cabbage. Over here on the stove, we have our soup pot. There's 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there, and this is on low so that the olive oil doesn't smoke until he's ready. And I use this cup for a spoon rest because I notice on a lot of spoon rests, the spoon it's up at the end and the stuff will drip down the handle, so I always just use this cup, which was a gift, and I just leave it on the stove and use it for that. The 3 sausage links, which is about half a pound of sausage, and just crumble it up in here, and now just making sure
browning it.
Yeah, well, that's great.
I gotta get it brown.
It's almost
and then as soon as it gets brown, we're going to add some onion. And we're going to just cook that a little bit more, and we'll be back for adding that. Okay.
Alright, so here's the sausage, which is like 99% browned. And in goes the onion that's been chopped.
Get that, scrape those out.
Okay.
Yep. And we got to stir that for a little while.
Guess just till it gets a little soft or translucent.
Well, just mix and stir, yeah. Just making sure nothing sticks, that's all.
Yeah, we have the olive oil in there, and of course some fat comes out of the sausage. So nothing should stick. But if it did, those little dark bits would make the soup delicious.
Okay. Alrighty, now we're going to add in the carrots and celery.
You can see the onions got a little bit soft. In go carrots and celery. And that gets stirred.
Yep. Now, at least a minute or 2. It's all Christmas looking now.
It is. Carrot, celery, and onion is really a base for a lot of different soups.
Yeah, and then it's got a little bit of that sausage in there, so.
It smells delicious. Too bad there's not like smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
Alright. So we're just going to stir it up, and we're going to go a few minutes, and then we'll come back to it.
Nice potatoes, and see he made them nice and small so that when the water goes in, they'll be able to cook really nicely.
still got
This
nothing
looks
in
really
there. I mean, I guess if we wanted to, we could add a little bit of water in there, but we don't need it.
Okay. So far, we're really just warming up these vegetables.
Yep. Kind of heat them, make them get a little soft.
Okay.
Alright. So another couple of minutes for that. And stir it occasionally. Just give it a minute or two. Okay.
The juice from the can of the plum tomatoes went in, and that half a head of cabbage also. Well, what about the plum tomatoes?
They're going to go in. Look at that. Let that cook a little bit because I forgot. I was supposed to put the cabbage in with the potatoes.
That's all right. It's close enough.
Yeah.
This is a big pot of vegetables so far.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Of course, the cabbage will cook down a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be
A lot
ready
of
for
it.
the tomatoes?
Yeah, I gotta do one thing here. Hold on. I gotta get, actually we gotta get, 8 cups of water. So,
8 cups, okay.
yes. Alright, so we added in, what, 8 cups?
8 cups of water, and
We're gonna add in
this is the can of plum tomatoes, and we just cut them into like bite-sized
yeah,
pieces.
that's gotta go in there. And now the 8 cups of water, although it's supposed to be a chicken broth, and I didn't have chicken broth. So what we're going to do is, well, it's a kind of a plug for them, but I really love this stuff from Goya. And it's like bouillon, chicken bouillon. And I don't know, I know it's basically salt or whatever, but I really love this. Yeah, we're gonna mix it in, because that's going to make the chicken broth then. Okay? So we just get in there and make sure you mix them all. Again, they'll all go in. It's going to
And that will dissolve as the water gets hot.
Yeah, you got to really mix it.
Now, I'm assuming, like with all soups, you bring this to a boil and then let it simmer until the veggies are done.
I think it's going to be 30 minutes.
Alright, well then I'm going to make the heat a little higher. You guys should have it on like medium-high heat to come to a boil. On this stove, I have to have it on low, but the stove thinks that's medium-high.
Okay. And so we're going to end up finish putting in all the packets. You got all the packets?
All of them?
All of them.
Oh my goodness.
All of them.
Okay, we are not adding any salt to this recipe because we're going to have
not at this point.
Are you sure you want to just do 2 and then
that's what the instructions say. It makes 2 cups of broth.
Okay.
So we're going to use it because I have 4 of these packets. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 8 cups of broth. So it's going to give me some nice flavor. Because this stuff, it really is good. I don't know if you guys use it, and we certainly don't get any money or whatnot from Goya, but Goya has been a brand that's been around in the New Jersey area for a long time, and they generally have high quality products. And I wanted chicken stock, and we found some of it, and they sell it in a little box, and it's not that expensive, and it comes in really handy when you need to have the chicken flavoring, or if you want to make any kind of other homemade soups. It comes in.
Look at how thick this is. Now, of course, the cabbage is going to cook down, and some of the water from the cabbage will also go into the soup. So this may look a little thin.
If you want to add more water, we can always.
You can always add more, but don't go overboard. We're going to have to find a spot to put this in our refrigerator.
Yeah, we're going to have some of it.
We will have some with the roasted turkey for supper.
Yeah. Well, the key at this is now I'm deciding on: are we going to cook the diddlini and end up with the rigatoni?
You're putting rice. You're putting the noodles in here as well?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's It's no minestrone without diddlini.
This is not a soup. This is a stew.
Well, then you add more water if you want it.
No.
It's not minestrone without diddlini.
Right. I would highly.
Yeah, we're going to make it explode. And what'll happen, Maggie? You're going to get rigatoni.
Highly suggest. Do not cook the noodles in here. I've tried that with chicken soup before, and the noodles just completely absorb all of this.
All right, so we'll put a separate pot and start it on the side.
The noodles are going to have to be cooked separate.
But you can cook them in the same pot.
But then the broth's going to go away.
Well, then you add more water.
But then it's not flavorful.
It'll still be flavorful.
No.
Yes, and don't worry about what she says.
No.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You ask anybody, the noodles always absorb the broth.
The vegetables, the celery, the carrots, and the onions are going to give it a lot of flavor. Oh, you got every packet in here now?
Everyone.
All right, I'm going to go and pick that up while she's stirring this. I think we want to do this for about 30 minutes.
First it has to come to a boil.
Yeah.
Put this a little higher. Make sure it's not burning on the bottom.
All right.
Okay.
Very good.
It's
Give it a good stir.
It's going to take about 10 or 15 minutes to come to a boil because we're letting it go slow, and there's a lot of stuff in here.
Okay.
Remember, the vegetables were cold, so it's, the pot's not even, you can touch the outside, it's not even hot yet.
Okay.
So it's going to take a while, but that's okay. It can go nice and slow because carrots take forever to cook, so that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Well, this is the finished product. As you can see, this is
It's dark in there.
really a nice
The pot, they
thick.
can't really see in there.
Yeah.
From the.
We put the noodles in there and also the can of kidney beans.
This is my Minestrone. Maybe one or more. There you go.
Yeah, they can always have one. This is going to take a long time to cool off. And then
Put it
we'll
over here
in.
so they can see better
Yeah.
what it looks like. Oh, that looks good. And it's not rigatoni yet. Oh, that looks good.
Personally, I might have liked more sausage. I mean, there's some sausage there.
Well, it's just to give it a little flavor, actually.
It smells delicious.
Because they make it two ways. It's either pure vegetable type of a soup, and then there's the meat. So, but it came out good. It looks good. All right, very good. Abbondanza.
It's now the next morning, and this is what the soup looks like. Stew. Way down the bottom, you got some liquid, but as you can see, the noodles got very big, as they do, and maybe we should have kept them separate. It's going to be, once you put it in the microwave or warm it up in a pot, there does seem to be more liquid come out, but this is what it looks like. So you may want to add more liquid. I'm going to put it in the bowl now. This would be good with chicken in it too. I know there's sausage in it. It could have used, because there's the sausage is like microscopic in here. But look at that. I mean, this is like.
It's because it was ground sausage.
This is a whole. Yeah, you can see a little piece of sausage right there on top. This is a whole meal in a bowl.
Here's our official taste tester.
So, oh yes, the taste tester.
Is it good? Yeah? Okay.
If you want this to be more soup-like, one of two things: either add more broth. This recipe made enough to feed an army, or put in half the noodles. That would be probably the
I wasn't really supposed to use
thing.
a whole box of noodles.
Oh, well, somebody didn't tell your sous chef about that.
Yeah, but no, I wanted to, but
okay.
That amount when I put the waters and things like that, that was actually for like maybe 1 or 2 cups of the dry noodles.
Okay, see, I didn't know that, so we put them all in. But
So
anyway, just put in half a box of noodles instead of a whole box, and you'll get more of a soup than this, noodle minestrone stew.
It's all right. It's a good.